Yes. In last class we started the national programs, and we stopped while discussing the national programs that those are related to communicable diseases. You know what are the communicable diseases? In the first program is National Program of Immunization, Acute Respiratory Infection Control Program, Diarrheal Disease Control Program, Revised National Tuberculosis Control Program, Leprosy Eradication Program, National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. Immunization Program, finally the name given as a expanded program on immunization. Objectives under this program are immunization coverage, the equality of services, health efficiency in the vaccine production, training health personnel, supply cold chain equipment and establish good surveillance network, ensure the district-wise monitoring. This is the immunization schedule. Then acute respiratory infections control program. Here the program was launched in the year 1990 with the child survival and safe motherhood. Under this program, WHO protocol puts two signs as a early criteria for detecting the acute respiratory infections. Those are cough and difficulty breathing. If the person is suffering with these two strategies, ampicillin 25 to 50 milligrams per kg body weight will be given per day. Gentamicin 5 mg kg per body weight for 7 to 10 days. Next communicable disease program is National Tuberculosis Control Program. Under this program, the goal is to decrease the mortality and morbidity due to TB and cut the transmission of infection until TB cases to be a major public health problem in India. Objectives under this program are 80% cure rate, then 70% unused foot and spear positive patients. Now the strategy will be given for this program is DOTS. Components of DOTS: political administrative commitment, good quality diagnosis, good quality drugs, right treatment given a right way, systematic monitoring, accountability. These are the drug doses for the children under this program will be giving. Then these are the categories under this program for treatment regimens. Then next program is control of diarrheal disease program in 1971. Strategy under this program to train the medical and other health personnel in the standard case management of diarrhea, promote standard case management of practices among the private practitioners, instruct the mother in home management of diarrhea, recognition sign which signal immediately care, make available the ORS and pockets free of cost. Treatment under this is the rational treatment of diarrhea consisting in prevention of dehydration by oral dehydration therapy. Breastfeeding should be continued in dysentery, cotrimoxazole along with ORS. If the response is unsatisfactory means nalidixic acid will be given for 5 days. Any program for diarrheal disease control must include the provision of potable water. That is most important. If the diarrheal program is running means potable water supply must be there, provision should be there. Parents must be educated regarding storage of water and food in clean utensils, continuation of breastfeeding, using of only freshly prepared weaning foods, washing of hands with soap before handling the food. Next national program is National Leprosy Control Program. It was launched in the year 1953. The name is given National Leprosy Eradication Program. Services under this are provide domiciliary treatment, provide services to the mobile leprosy treatment units with the help of PSC staff, organize health education, deformity and ulcer care, medical rehabilitation services. National AIDS Control Program. Finally, 2011 National AIDS Control Program Phase 3 is running. Objectives under this program are prevent infections, care, support and treatment, strengthen the infrastructure, systems and human resources, strengthen the strategic information management system. Then surveillance of HIV infection. In this slide, the strategies for HIV control program. Under this program, strategies are surveillance of HIV infection as indicated by the serum positive, surveillance of AIDS cases showing clinical signs and symptoms. Diseases control strategies are targeted at three main modes of spread: sexually activity, self-injection by drug addicts, HIV-infected blood transfusions. Training programs for the paramedical general practitioners can enhance their capability of effective STD diagnosis, counseling of HIV/AIDS patients, cheap availability of good quality condoms, licensing of blood banks, encouraging voluntary blood donation, screening of blood for HIV, malaria, hepatitis B and C to be monitored for all. Then National Vector-Borne Disease Control Program. This is another program under this National Control of Communicable Diseases. Under this program are malaria, dengue, chikungunya, Japanese encephalitis, Kala-Azar, then filarial cases are included. In that first program is National Malaria Eradication Program. Eradication means complete In the year 2000, the National Anti-Malarial Program was launched. Objectives under this program: prevent the death due to malaria, agricultural and industrial production to be maintained by the undertaking intensive anti-malarial measures in such areas, early case detection, promote treatment, vector control by the house-to-house spray in the rural areas with the appropriate insecticide and by recurrent anti-larval measures in the urban areas, health education, community participation, reduction in the period of sickness. The National Malaria Control Program, it was launched in the year 1995 with the activities: delimitation of the problem in the unserved areas, controlling the urban areas through recurrent anti-larval measures, anti-parasitic measures, controlling the rural areas through detection and treatment of microfilaria carriers. Anti-larval measures, which includes weekly spray of approval larvicide and biological control through larvivorous fishes. Source reduction through environmental and water management, anti-parasitic measures, diagnosis and treatment, community awareness through education, annual single doses mass administration of DEC, that is diethyl carbamazine citrate tablets. Then next large program is Kala-Azar Control Program, that is launched in the year 1991 with a strategy: introduction of transmission of reduction vector population by the undertaking, indoor residual insecticide spray twice annually, early diagnosis and complete treatment of Kala-Azar cases, information, education, communication for community awareness and community involvement, prevention and control of dengue, hemorrhagic fever. Strategies under this program is surveillance of disease and vectors, early diagnosis and prompt case management, vector control through community participation, social mobilization, capacity building. Then these are the programs that are related to control of nutritional deficiency disorders. Next class we will see. Next session we will see. Thank you.